Okay. It's a kitten. Hello, kitten. Come up here. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I think I need a shorter countdown. I don't have the patience to sit through that. All right. On murder run. All right. Here we go. So last time, I actually did manage, with some very helpful advice, to make it through the nymph's house without actually murdering a whole bunch of mind control slaves. So now, I'm wondering if a similar tactic won't get me through the bulk of the forest filled with temporarily insane animals. Because, all things considered, I'd really rather not kill them all when it's not their fault. It's a paladin thing, I think. Alright. So, let's see. I think one thing I'm going to want to do, if I'm going to even try to make this work, is I'm going to have to...
What can Tommy do for you?
Yes, go. It's just temporary. That's what they all say. Then suddenly off they go with all the treasure. Oh, fine, fine. I'll wait here for you a little while. Alright. Well, I'm intending to come back for him. I just don't think he'll make it easy to go through the forest together. Though, one never knows. Alright. Actually, real quick. Are there a couple more invisibility potions? Because I don't know what the duration is going to be for them. I mean, I guess I can always teleport back. And you don't sell invisibility potions anyway, so not going to be helpful. Somehow that looks even stupider with the hat. I was going to take the hat off or make it invisible, but honestly, I kind of dig it. There we go. So we're going to pay the 150 and... actually, not yet. Let's see. I have 4 potions of invisibility. Will this last for as long as I need them to? I guess we'll find out. Oh, apparently not. Apparently boars have a better grasp of invisible things than other creatures. Fair enough, fair enough. Actually, come to think about it, there are a few things I wanted to loot around here anyway. But first, let's go this way. Let's see. Nope. Fucking hell, stop it. I'm invisible because I don't want to kill you. It's just my luck these things fucking have a decent amount of memory. That helmet is silly. You can't see his gorgeous locks, but you can see his mighty thighs. So I think it's worth it. Hi, Affector. How are you? I like the contrast, and I am trying not to kill these fucking creatures, and they are not helping me. Like, I don't want to kill you. I really don't. See all this stuff? It's about me not killing you. It worked for the nymph's house, but I guess... Indeed, indeed. My cell phone sensor's thick. Oh well. Seriously though, I mean, I guess maybe it's because they were already trained on me when I was when I went into the building, but I really don't want to kill you guys. It's like, I know it's a little strange to think about, but I don't want to commit unnecessary murder. Oh well, oh well. Probably need to kill them anyway because they're trained on me. On the plus side, I have to admit the invisibility potion's lasting a nice long time. That's always a good plus. Oh, no. What's in the barrel? Ooh. What's in the barrel? These are quite nice. Oh, did they finally decide to give up on chasing me? Oh, well, there's one, but perhaps I've outrun it. Alright. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, this should... Yep. That I anticipated happening, but that's okay. I kind of knew that was going to happen. I just want to see what's in it. Okay. Now, are there remains of the crate? Yes, there are. Let's see if it's worth anything. Okay. All is wisdom. Not terrible. Would have been nice if it were a potion of invisibility, but that's okay. Alright, let's see. Well, my pathfinding decided to be tricky again. Okay, so I guess there was mention of a witch, and so I guess that's going to be my next stop, to see if this witch has any information for me. Since I've looked at all this, I wonder how long this invisibility potion will last. To be fair, dire boars do tend to attack. You never trust a swamp witch? You know, it's kind of hilarious, but my NaNoWriMo has a swamp witch as a very major character. So it's funny that swamp witch came up in conversation a couple times for me recently. Oh heck. An unidentified potion. Now the downs... Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Let's see if this works. Okay. Chest. To open. Ring Tommy. Alright. Now that's one feature I haven't used yet, is I can put my own map pins in the map. So, right now all these animals are trying to kill me, and I don't want to be uninvisible because then they will attack me. But I also don't want to give up the loot. So theoretically, this means I'll be able to bring Tommy back later, or I can come myself and just bash it open once things are not trying to kill me. That's my idea anyway. We'll see if it works. But in the... Fuck. In the meantime. Alright. What's that? Some stones. What's in the stones? Alright. There's a cave. Caves are good. No, I don't want to kill the deer. I don't really want to go in the cave yet either, I think, unless, because I don't have a lot of invisibility potions, so I'd prefer to fix the problem and then explore the cave. Oh, heavens. No, leave me alone. I don't want to kill you. Okay, this is the altar. I'm pretty sure I know what I've got to do there. But... And that's my fault, I just walked into it. And apparently, oh, that's why. Invisibility doesn't last if you just walk into something. Alright. Alright. There's another cave. That's good to know. So where on earth is the swamp witch that I'm supposed to find? Was she in the other stage after all? I didn't think so. I'm usually pretty thorough. Okay. I'm not cheating or anything. Well, if this thing didn't lag, you wouldn't catch me cheating or anything. Gosh. Google is lagging for me today. Come on. I'm looking for a house. Okay. This thing is annoying. Ah. Okay, I'm just dumb. Okay. I'm just very silly. That's the only problem. Okay. Anyway, where else can you find a swamp witch but a cave in a swamp? Where's a fairly nifty house from the look of it, I have to admit. And some invisible stalkers. I mean, I feel less guilty about killing these sorts of things, but if I can avoid killing things in gen... Oops. Aww. Hi, Mr. Krabby. Well, I can try to stream a little earlier next time. Perhaps we can make that work. How are you today? Alright. I suppose I can go back and catch my poor little halfling and get him to help me out. No? Ah. Well, it was fun watching you commit crimes. Vehicular crimes. Though other types of crimes are fun too. Not that I'm admitting to anything, of course. Alright. There's a lot of stuff to possibly steal here. First, I'm going to try to see if I can find the witch, though. And then I'm going to loot her shit. I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. Actually, what the heck am I doing? I'm being very silly. This place is full of elementals, not enslaved people. So I'm gonna bring my halfling after all, and I'm gonna go steal her shit because she's here, and because I am not a good role player. But I'm doing very well. How are you, Mr. Crappy? Oh, and of course, I should give shout outs. First, I'm going to give a shout out to Effector of Change. Assuming I do it right. And then I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Krabby. Because they were both very, very fun to watch. And... oh. Mr. Crappy does vehicular crimes. It's very fun. And Effector of Change is a very, very cozy streamer who does very, very cool things like Spiritfarer and Littlewood. He got me playing Littlewood. And that's fun too, even though there aren't really crimes you can commit in Littlewood. It's such a shame. Yes, crimes against video games and sometimes music. Those are the best kind of crimes. There we go. I suppose I should maybe feel guilty for killing some invisible stalkers and elementals, but it's not the same This fucker's hard to kill, though. On account of being invisible. Gosh, you're invisible and immune to critical hits? That's just rude. I wonder if he was... Well. Okay. Alright. Steal that. Let's see what's up this way. We're gonna loot a place owned by a witch. Hey, witches have great stuff. And money. Potion of lore. Well. Can't turn down this potion of lore. Especially when you have no lore ability yourself, like me. It's on the table. Money's on the table. Well. Can't turn down money. For once, I managed to not walk into the red stuff. It's character development. It is character development for me. I almost didn't stream tonight. I wasn't feeling very well, but I'm feeling better now, so. I may not be up as late as I usually am, though. We'll see. Be gay, do crimes? You're in? Nice. I think Steven's kind of Pan. He would happily have sex with everybody in this game. Well, not everybody. Duster was kind of annoying. Steven doesn't have enough daddy issues to rationalize that. Oh. The Adderclap's silk gland is a substance known to... Oh, I didn't know that you could... I didn't know that these had stuff you could read. Well. Darn. Now I regret giving them up. Okay. Another scrolls. I've read that before. Still stealing it because why not? Doomringers. Also read that. Look, all paladins should do crimes sometimes. It broadens the horizons. Pretty sure they're not supposed to do crimes actually, but you know, it's the principle of the thing. And the principle of the thing is that it's fun to do crime. Especially when you're wearing a stupid helmet and have wonderfully thick thighs. Aw. Wonderful, wonderful. Alright, let's open a door. Because sometimes I don't look and I walk straight into a door.
All fun and games.
And sometimes I just walk into a trap. Because why not? There we go. Oh gosh. I now have enough health that even a cure critical potion doesn't seem to have too much visible effect. That's probably a good thing, but it's a little disheartening when you're trying not to die. Alright. Well. Oh, that's what that is. Are you undead? If you're undead, that's... Ah, no. Native to the plane of air. Damn it. So, turning you is not going to do much good. On the plus side, I got to knock down an invisible person, and that's always fun. Oops. Damn. When in doubt, cleave. But actually, I better go fetch my halfling. There he is. And see what those alerts are. Oh goodness. It's apparently a lot of alerts. Okay.
It was so strange, you know? There was this bright tunnel.
Rude? Is it rude that I had to ditch or got my halfling killed, or was it rude? Probably my halfling.
Weird, huh? So, do you need my help again?
Yes, I do. I'm fond of Tommy. Do I have things I can sell? Since I'm here, I might as well. Like these. And the 15,000 fairy dusts that come about when you have to massacre a whole bunch of pixies. And because I'm not doing the complex crafting that actually benefits from them. What is that? Oh, it's a spirit Oh. Oh. Oh, that's the evil quest option. Okay. Well, I have me an evil quest option. I'm not going to do the evil quest option, but I'm glad for it. I like having game options. Alright. Getting rid of all that. Remove disease is always helpful. Treatise on the spirit of the wood. Okay. Okay, those are fine. Those are the things I actually need. To see the results and reload? Yeah, I've done that before for a few of these. I haven't for the Twitch playthrough, but it is fun to have some evil options. I might consider it. Or you can play as evil. You should try it. Play as evil. Wahaha. Actually, the one I'm going to play as evil for Twitch is going to be the Shadows of Undertide, because there's some really fun, awful shit that you can do, and it makes me laugh every time. Like, if I forget to mention it at the time, and I don't think I will, the things you can do with a baby, just wrong. Horrible, horrible things. That poor baby. Oh, yeah, I probably should have let him deal with that. My character development did not last long.
Okie dokie.
Don't worry, no babies are harmed during the playing of this game. The sequel, yes, but not in this game. And they're only harmed in the sequel if you're playing somebody evil. If you're playing a good character, then the baby's fine. So really, it's all your fault. Well, actually, it's your fault anyway, because you don't have to do any of this shit. Alright. Chronicles of the Baby Eater? Oh, no. Neverwinter Nights 2 is a different game altogether. I'm talking about the expansion pack to Neverwinter Night 1. Neverwinter Nights 2, I don't believe you get to do anything evil with or involving a baby. I promise you, I will not eat a baby. That I can honestly promise you, Effector, I will not eat a baby.
The battle is on!
Nor will Steven's successor eat a baby.
I love this part!
Now you oh, see, that's what you get for being an overachiever, Mr. Crappy. You do everything before you're told to, and then sometimes mistakes are made. That's why the teachers always used to yell at us and say, don't work ahead. I always thought that was mean. Like, don't read ahead in your books. Well, I want to read ahead in my books. You have us read a chapter at a time. And yet now I have a book review blog where I read a chapter at a time. So I don't know. Perhaps my teacher was on to something. Alright, let's see. Alright. Let's steal more of this witch lady's books. Yep. I mean, really, this is what you get for being a swamp witch in a swamp. People just rob you. It's really sad, if you think about it. And these poor water elementals, just minding their own business until I come and steal their shit. Such a shame. Such a shame. My god, this lady's house is quite large for a, like, you know, you think of a swamp... Oh, swamp witches know a thing or two, but you know, that's awfully judgmental, Effector. You don't even know this woman. She might be a perfectly nice lady who just happens to be a witch in a swamp. That does not mean she eats babies. I mean, she might eat babies, in which case, you know, more power to her. Oops. And because I got distracted, I killed my halfling again. Okay, well, let's kill these other people. Because that's what we want to do. Killing the water elementals. And the air elementals too. It would help if you moved. Ah, heavens. Nice lady with flesh golems. Look, everybody's got a hobby. She released an anthology of how to cook babies. She might have. But are you sure it doesn't say... It wasn't one of those things where you brush off the dust and it actually said how to cook for babies? She might be a perfectly nice lady. And the flesh golem, well, look, I'm sure we've all brought home boyfriends or girlfriends that how to cook 40 babies. How to cook for 40 babies. 40 babies are a lot, though. It's like, I mean, one you got like a sandwich or a roast, but how would you, like, what would you even do with 40 cooked babies? This is probably not a topic worth, Oh, cool, another elven bow of the what's-its. World's biggest smoothie. Oh, gross. You should go watch Emmy Andrews' Xenogears stream. There's a whole lot of fun inadvertent cannibalism going on there. Well, though I'm not sure how much of it really counts as unknowing or inadvertent when the whole food production company is called Soylent. Hey, stop trying to kill me. Alright. I know, right? Alright. I am so incompetent that I can get killed by things through a locked door. Alright, well, I'm gonna go up this way because I need to rest. There we go. There are plant-based protein shakes you can buy called Soylents. Yeah, I'm not going to buy those. Just in case. That sounds less of a food made from people and more of a SoundCloud rapper these days. I'd listen to a SoundCloud rapper who rapped about Soylent Green being people. I think it'd be fun. I would try to rap a sample, but yeah, that's not happening. Rapping is not in my skill set. I would have to be very drunk to try to rap something, and I don't drink, so that's not likely to happen. Okay. Can I kill these fuckers? There we go. Let's kill them properly. Come on. Come on. Come out here. Uh-oh. Who's casting a spell? That lady's casting a spell. Oh. Well, now I kind of have to rap. You know, I kind of don't. I'll consider adding it as like a currency goal. But unfortunately, I can't compose anything, so it's not going to work anyway. Maybe I'll do one of those, collect enough bits and then rap something very badly. I had a changeling character who dueled someone via rap battle. He lost, but we all considered that a win anyway. Alright, well, all I want to do is get back to the grove and take a bath. Well, I can't blame you. Oh, crap, I need a key? Shit. This lady's sneakier than the nymph was. The nymph, I just had to go find the guy. Alright, well, let's go find and beat up a witch. Alright. Ah. Why have you come to Satara?
What in Suni's name are you doing in my house?
Is it Suni? I didn't know it was Suni. I thought it was Soon. Alright. The forest is destroying itself all around you, and I'm trying to find a way to save it. Do you think that gives you the right to barge into my home? You come in here, slaughter my servants, help yourself to my possessions, and you think that noble intentions suffice to explain your actions? If you keep yelling at me like that, I'll show you exactly what I did to your servants. Too soon. Ah. Alright. I'm sorry, but your creatures, or servants as you call them, attacked me first. You were an intruder in my home. My servants were merely trying to protect me, as good servants should. So why would you think that there would be anything in my house that could help you save the forest? There are some missing druids that I am seeking, and I hope you might have seen one. Oh, really? Very interesting. Yeah, I found one in your dungeon, lady. Well, what is that information worth to you? Would you be willing to do me a small service? Oh, what can I do to help you? The only thing that holds true value for me is my beauty. There's a nymph who lives in this forest who has a mirror that can return my beauty. I overheard 2 dryads talking about it just before all this trouble started. Okay. The nymph lives to the northwest of here, or northeast of here. I would get it myself, but I can't go anywhere near her. The unearthly beauty of her face physically hurts me. Actually, I think it's northwest, but okay. And she shuns me because I am ugly. Please, please get me the mirror. Alright, if you really want my help, you could show some trust by telling me what happened to you. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't know why you should care, but if it will convince you to help me, then I guess I can tell you. When I turned 30, I found that I had my first noticeable wrinkle. The thought of my beauty fading terrified me. I decided that I would try to make a potion of longevity to help me keep me young. I won't tell you all the details. Somehow I messed up the potion, and when I drank it, instead of becoming 15 years younger, I aged 100 years. I have sustained my life in ways I cannot discuss, but I have found a solution to my problem, if only you will help me. Okay, what can I do to help you? Alright, that part we've heard. Okay, I can get this for you. I'm pretty sure I have it. Oh, thank you, you dear man. I look forward to the return of the dazzling beauty I once possessed. Should you be successful, I will gladly give you a precious gem and tell you what I know of the druids. If indeed that is the kind of reward you still desire, then. Ha ha! Good luck, and don't be long, please. I think I have it.
You have returned.
I have
Does
the
that
mirror right
mean you
here.
found the mirror?
I did. Oh, yes, yes, yes! I'm so glad I trusted you with the task. Now, if you'll just give it to me, then I can be cured. You will be blessed to look upon my true, dazzling beauty. I want the gem and the information, though. Of course, of course. Here's the gem. You should be able to get something from it from that elf, Eliath, in Port Last. He seemed quite desperate for it. She does love me now. I mean, look, from physical form, I mean, if she just wore a mask, I think she'd be fine. Yay, you've highlighted your message. Woohoo! Challenge rating impossible. I think I could take her. You can find a druid locked in the southwestmost room. Here's a key for the cell door. Don't worry, she has not been harmed. Look at me. It worked. I'm beautiful again. I'll bet that you never expected me to be so incredibly stunning now. Did you? You're right. You don't look any different. I think I'm gonna go with, why is the druid locked up in your house? That is something best left unspoken. Besides, really, I am young and beautiful now, so I promise it will never happen again. Now, don't you think I am simply gorgeous now? You're right. You're definitely striking to look at. Oh, it's true. It's true. See, you are quite perceptive, so I'll help you even more. I found an old book that talks about entering the realm of the spirit of the wood. It's in my library to the southeast of here. Good luck, adventurers. There's a fable, I think, in all this. As long as she's happy, though, I suppose we can be happy for her.
I know my beauty keeps drawing you back, but please leave my house now.
Okay. Well, I have a gem. Oh, I should probably give some of those gems to Eliath, now that I think about it. I'm gonna steal those. You're making me do another terrible accent? Well, fine. Here is a terrible accent for you. You can decide where it is from. I have no idea where it is from myself. It is from cartoon Spotsylvania. Oh, that's an old reference. Sounds like Canada, eh? Yeah, let's go with Canada. That's a good notion. Oh, whoops. 1 second. Sounds...
It was so strange, you know?
I am not listening to you right now. Come on. Come along. We will go blow shit up. Yes. I really gotta change that. I don't know what that is, Mr. Crappy.
My beauty keeps drawing you back, but please leave my house now.
I'm not going to leave your house till I've robbed it. Sorry, I am not going to leave your house until I have robbed it. I don't know what accent this is either. But it is now my accent for the time being. You know, lady, you keep a lot of thieves' tools for someone who does not theoretically rob people. Oh, the bobble hat. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, alright. Potion of Eagle Splendor. Oh, I get to kill another flesh golem. Hey, she told me to get this thing. And she's still gonna kill me with a flesh golem? That is decidedly unfair. Come on, die already. We will kill you. We will kill you badly. Alright, can I stop doing the terrible accents now? It would help if I had a consistent terrible accent. Possibly. Alright, treatise on the spirit of the wood. I had one of these. Alright. Okay. Well, I guess I know what I'm supposed to do. I don't really want to do it. So trigger warnings for upcoming self-harm, I think, because I'm going to have to go kill myself. No. Don't kill yourself, Stephen. Your thighs are too wonderful.
I know my beauty keeps drawing you back, but please leave my house now.
Don't worry, I will leave soon. I will walk straight into a trap soon. That escalated quickly? Yeah, I know it does, doesn't it? Oh, I have a bag. Is there anything in the bag? It might just be a bag. Can always do with another bag. It is a magic bag. With a weight reduction of 40, that's better than the other magic bags I have. She does have a big bed. Well, she's beautiful now. Clearly she's expecting some company. I mean, good for her. Good for her.
My beauty keeps drawing you back, but please leave my house now.
It gave her what she mostly needed, which was confidence. And honestly, you know, I'm sure she can find someone. Yes, don't worry, lady. I'm going to be leaving.
I know my beauty keeps drawing you back, but please leave my house now.
I mean, that's fair. Alright. So let's talk to this nice lady in the cell, who I can now release.
Greetings to you.
Leave my face alone, you horrible... Oh, wait. You're not that ghastly hag. No, I'm not. I'm Stephen, and who are you? My name is Bree. Besides being the most beautiful druid in the Neverwinter Wood, I'm also one of the druids who is investigating the problems with the wood's spirit. Honestly, yes, the druid is Bree, the most beautiful druid in the Neverwinter Wood. Let's not tell her about that. Let us not tell her about that. Why don't you tell me what happened to you? I was wandering through the forest, dodging encounters with the normal inhabitants. There was no point in even trying to speak with the animals. They were almost rabid with fear and anger. Then I thought of the witch. Why would you seek out the witch? The animals have always held the witch in high esteem. She protects and helps them quite often. I figured that the spirit probably wouldn't have any control over her mind, so perhaps she would be a source of information. I found the witch in a clearing near here. She was harvesting some herbs at the time, so I came out quietly and waited for her to notice me. She worked for a while, then turned and smiled at me. Her eyes remained fixed on my face for a long time. Did she recognize you or something? She just seemed to admire my looks. No surprise, really, since she certainly has none. You know, kind of, I'm on the witch's side here. She convinced me to enter her house, and we sat down to have tea. We talked a little, but then I started to get dizzy, and then I realized there was something in my tea. Next thing I knew, I was locked in this room. The witch came in and muttered something about stealing my face. I didn't know what she meant by that, although if I had her face, I'd want a different one too. See, again, I'm kind of on the witch's side here. This girl's obnoxious. Now that you have freed me, I will return to the grove and consult with the other druids about the spirit of the woods. Well, tell me what you've learned. It's gone insane. The whole forest is caught up in its insanity, and if someone doesn't stop it soon, I fear the other creatures will start tearing each other apart. The spirit is normally peaceful and comes into the wood through the pool to tend to the creatures. Since the violence began, the spirit hasn't come through at all. If it had, I would have tried to talk to it. Tell me more about the pool. The pool is some kind of entrance to another realm, where the spirit usually lives. I haven't the slightest idea of what the realm looks like, though. Alright. Okay, this is the same as the other druid said. Okay, any suggestions? Somehow you need to find a way through the portal, and then you need to either cure the spirit or, I hate to say this, you need to kill it. Most druids wouldn't even suggest something like that, but you do what you have to do. Don't ask me how you can do any of these things, because I don't know. I am both beautiful and highly intelligent, I know I am both highly beautiful and intelligent, but I simply don't have the answers. God damn. I really... I'm on the witch's side here. She's annoying. Alright, do you need help escaping, or can you make it back on your own? I can make it back on your own. I'll meet up with you at the Druid's Grove. Carry the image of my beautiful face in your mind for good luck. Farewell. Jesus. Alright, alright. Well. Well. What an irritating woman. Okay. Well, I've got a way to kill the spirit. I don't have a way to cure the spirit, but maybe, hopefully I will find one, because, I don't really want to kill something like that. That feels like the evil option. Even if someone beautiful and highly intelligent told me it was okay. Alright. Oh, there's one door I never looked into. Let's go loot. Like me? Oh yes, you are also very humble. Well, no one with a stylish hat like yours could ever be anything but beautiful and highly intelligent. It's kind of the rule. Okay.
Okay, dokie. Aye, it's done.
I think so, I think so. Alright, well. Annoying druids aside, I am level drained. Can I cure that? Ugh, okay. How temporary is that? Do I have anything of restoration? I have lesser restoration. I have restoration. I'm gonna restore myself. Woohoo! Ah. Well, that's good, that's good. Cheating, but that's okay, I cheat all the time, so. I'm doing 15 things and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. One sec. There I go. I like that my phone blocked off the word jerk. Alright. The camera's too wide. There's actually a decent amount. I'm using the top-down camera where it looks like this, but you can get pretty in close and you can get pretty far up. So, it's not too bad. There's also a driving cam and a chase cam that are options, but honestly, I've always just liked the top-down. You can also, if you use page up and page down, you can change the angle. So you can do it a little more like this, and I think it's not too bad. Yep. As I said, I kind of like the top down, but doing it like this is kind of atmospheric a bit. You get a bit more of the what the hell am I looking through? Oh, that's what I'm looking through. So you get to see it more as your character would. Actually, it looks kind of cool. Like this, doesn't it? Yeah. Nice glory hole there. Yeah, kind of. Well, Stephen knows his glory holes. Okay. I admit, though, I tend to like it canted a bit so that I can see more from above. Here we go. Yeah, there are lots of options so that you can play with whatever way you like best. Oh, fuck. I forgot about the deer. Alright, well, Tommy, try not to kill things. We're gonna go find the altar. Here we go. Tommy. You stay here.
Eh? What
I think I'd do better off my man. It's just temporary. I'll come back for you. Stop whining. Okay.
I figured
No, not
it'd
yet.
your car.
Not yet. Well, you'll know where I be. Yes. I was actually clicking on the portal, not you. There we go. I probably should have fired him farther away from the portal, but there we go. Alright. Let's use my last potion of invisibility, and hopefully I won't need it after this, because I don't have any more. Alright, so where is my self-harming station? Kids, don't do this at home. Alright, so here are some options. Let's read them. An ancient altar covered in grotesque carvings, bloodstains, some fairly recent, and surrounded by bones, looms ominously beneath the waterfall. Option 1. Draw the blade of the dagger across the palm of your hand and drip blood. I can I can wave it in the air. I can sacrifice a small woodland creature. I can scratch my initials into it. Or I can draw forth the dagger and plunge it into my chest. Oh boy. Alright. Trigger warnings. Woohoo! I did not die. Or I died, but only temporarily. Alright. So let's see what's on the corpse. Some frostbite bolts, which is oddly difficult to say. So this is what the spirit of the woods realm looks like. It's kind of swanky. Oh crap. This is all because of the pixie voice, isn't it? They want revenge. They're offended. I have offended their ancestors. And a will-o'-the-wisp. Me not know why sky be pink. Could be he just made a stink. Oh dear. Bad poetry. Relmar.
Well met.
Ordolali. What this man? Who shares me frying pan? Oh dear lord. Hi. I'm Steven. Who are you? Who am I? Who be me? That's not the thing I told the tree. Oh. Okay, well, pixie voice when I'm not in character. I tell you once and then no more. Me name be locked behind a door. The door can open if ye try. But if ye lose, then say goodbye. I want to kill this guy just for the fucking rhymes. I'm gonna try to ask some questions. Do you think you could answer some? I fly through the air or live in the shoe. Take your time and think it through. I really want to kill this man. Alright, what do you know about the spirit of the wood? The job me did, though not know why, was to the tree to say goodbye. The spirit sick, but it no die, though I did my best to try. Me chopped it good, then poisoned well, but now me be stuck here in hell. I know, right? Murder from rhyming crimes is absolutely the way to go. So you're the one who heard it. Do you know how to cure it? A vial with the cure does be, but you won't find it out from me. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Your secret is safe with me. Up in the northeast, across the river Locks, is where you can find a pile of rocks. Within the pile does lie the vial. Why would someone want to hurt the spirit? A stone to get with the magic rune. That spirit hid like a sacred tomb. Me did not see what rune be like. It goes to the mage. That's quite a hike. Uh-oh. The will-o'-the-wisp could tell that I was making fun of it. What thing it does me do not know. Me did it because Malgrim tells me so. Where's this Malgrim? If the mouse squeaks and the lion pounces and swallows down those little ounces. You're scared. Don't worry, I'm much tougher. This Malgrim be mage, who hides in tower. Be wary of his awful power. It soars up high as it can, in evil city of Lascan. Like a quick bee in her hive, others he send to keep his works alive. Do you mean there are other cultists causing trouble? Of other cultists, me know 3, but me not know who they be. One does walk in caves like fort, north of the city of Last Port. 2 does hide, unless he ran, within the city of Luskan. That's a cheap rhyme. Sorry, that's a cheap rhyme! The last would be number 3, lost in Charwood, mad like me. And now it does be time to go. I'll just get me hat. But wait, oh no! Me hat be gone. Who would know? You hit it on me. Now it's time you go. Bye-bye. Okay. I get to murder him after all! Yay! Oh, sorry. I get to murder him after all! Yay! Time to murder this guy for rhyming. No more rhyming crimes from you. I wish I were clever. I would make a rhyme while I killed him. If you see a ghost all pale and frightened, it's because me noose round his neck be tightened. That's actually a pretty good one, I have to admit. Time to kill this man! Time to kill this man! I will kill him! I will kill him dead! Because he annoys the shit out of me. I kind of wish I could kill that druid too, but he isn't the sort. Okay. Well. Murder from rhyming crimes it is. Oops. I actually did not intend to kill that pixie. Oh, I got a katana.
Someone give me a hand. This is too much to carry.
Never really liked katanas in this setting, but that could just be me being silly. Okay. This is a journal, obviously written by the dwarf Relmar before he went insane. It details much of his journey to the spirit's realm. There are several sections of particular note. Entry 32. Word came down from Malgrim in the Tower of Luskan today. I'm being sent to Neverwinter Wood with some lackeys to attack some spirit creature. The bloody wizard's given me a vial of poison, supposed to be incurable, short of the single-shot antidote he gave me. I'm not sure why he gave me the antidote, though. Possibly I could use it for bartering or something, though Talus only knows what we're searching for. Some of his wizards are coming with us. They better not get in my way, or I'll... Entry 34. Stupid wizards want to kill me. They say it's the only way to enter this realm. I'll be damned if I let some bony arse... Entry 39. Idiot wizards let it slip that there be 3 other cult agents in the area. One holed up in Luskan, and let me add that the finest of whorehouses be in that town. That sounds promising. The second be exploring some caves to the north of Port Last, while the other be in Charwood, a place I know precious little about. I'm thinking that when me adventures here be done, there may be a wee bit of gold to be earned with such information. I know, it is a fun voice for that, isn't it? Entry 52, and a damn fine pickle me be in now. Herc and Tibbet both are dead, killed by the spirit while I poisoned the tree. Then those wizards took off and left me here to die. I don't know how, but you can count on Relmar to find his way back home, and when I do... Entry 57, what be wrong with this place? Every landmark disappears without a trace. It seems like there be no way out. It makes me want to shout, no, not to the fucking journal! What the blazes am I rhyming for? I don't know what's happening, but I decided I better hide the antidote to the poison before I get jumped by the spirit. All blasted night the thing wails. Last night I just about got up and took the antidote over to pour on its tree. Can't imagine what I was thinking. The last entry is almost incomprehensible, as the ability to think or write coherently seems to have been stripped from the dwarf's mind. It does mention something about a pile of rocks to the northwest of the spirit. Alright, well. Since I don't want to start rhyming, I think I better probably try to find that fucking antidote. I keep trying to... Whenever I say antidote, I always want to say anecdote, and I keep fucking my own speech up. I think it's just because I say anecdote more often than I say antidote, but my brain mixes up the 2 words. There we go. Alright. Now let's see. I guess I can pick up some more fucking fairy dust. I've dishonored their ancestors and now I'm stealing their dust. One day the pixies will have their revenge on me. Anik a goat. Nice. I like it. Alright, so somewhere around here there is apparently some rocks with an antidote. Oh, and there are some more pixies. Well, look, this is not going to end well for you. 'Cause I don't have any more invisibility potions, so this is just going to end messily. Ah, spirit poison antidote. Yay. Okay, now guys, if you leave me alone, I will cure the fucking thing. I hope. Well, let's save. Pixie's revenge. Up here's more of them. Oh, heaven's sake. Guys, really? Alright, fine. I will kill you. I will regret it later. I'll feel really bad about it. But I'm out of invisibility potions, so you're pretty much fucked. Okay, fine. Okay. Now I'm leading a train of pixies wherever it is I'm going. I'd like to loot this place, but there doesn't seem to be much to loot. I guess I'm not going this way. Now I get to race my way through pixies this way. Or not. Okay, well, bye. You guys done yet? I'm trying to give you a fair chance here. Actually, I'm just trying to get your remains. Yeah, see, that's the downside with when you have an enemy with great cleave and you're a bunch of pixies. It doesn't tend to work very well for you. Alright, let's head down this way. Guys, I really don't want to kill you. There are plenty of things in this game I want to kill. The annoying witch, the annoying druid, the dude who rhymed. I was very happy to kill him. I don't really want to kill Dester. Dester was fun to defeat, though I couldn't kill him. Arguably, what's the name if I chose to take that path, which I'm not going to, but
The battle is on!
I could. That's a mild spoiler. Oh, let's get that. I probably don't need to pick up all this pixie dust, considering I'm going to sell it for 1 gold piece anyway, but I feel like it's disrespectful to just leave it laying there. Okay, here we go. Now let's go save a freaking irritating spirit. Now, if it's like every other time I have to save things, I'm gonna have to beat it to a pulp, and then, oh, there's the exit. That dwarf couldn't find the exit right there? That's very silly. It's like right there. It's a big glowy circle. Dwarf couldn't find it? Well, I guess he was kind of rhyming at that point. Watch Stephen Lioness run away from pixies. That's going to be my summary for this part. Oh, uh-oh. Here we go. A sense of rage and helplessness emanates from the spirit of the wood. I assume that means I've met this somewhere here is the spirit of the wood. Alright. And there's an altar. I wonder if I can run past him. I really, really don't want to kill him. I feel like that's bad form. I'd also rather not kill all these pixies, but I think I'm going to have to kill the pixies. Alright. Come on, you fucker. Move. Oh, great. Now they're all webbing me. I'm trying to save you, you fucking morons. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. But okay. Nice to know. Oh shit. This dude is tough. And casts magic. Fuck. Alright, this is gonna be not as much fun as some of the others. I may need to rethink my tactics here. Yep. Definitely need to rethink my tactics here. And then I'm gonna actually need tactics. Okay. Well, unfortunately, guys, I guess this means I'm going to have to kill the pixies before I get there, because I can't really afford the distraction. I was hoping I could run to the altar and just, like, sprinkle the potion without dealing with them, but it's looking like that is not the case. And if that's not the case, I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Through killing shit. Hi. Well, it's the realm of the spirits. Maybe they'll get better. You know how it goes. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, there's another one. Okay.
Kill you! You'll see!
You'll see. I don't know, Steven. Your track record so far has not been all that great, so. Kill the Grig. I'm sorry, guys, but I can't have you chase me to the... and distract me while I'm trying to beat the shit out of your boss. Poor underlings. I do wonder if I could get, if the portal stone will work in here, because that would be kind of funny. It's just like Shadowbringers and Final Fantasy 14, where it's like, it's very difficult to go to this other world, and now that you're there, you'll never be able to leave, except I can teleport home whenever I want. I've got a house in Goblet, I can go there like right now. It's like I have to go teleport to my house in Goblet because I don't want to lose it. But everyone else is stuck. why you've never heard this game before, you hate it and you love it. It's a good game. I quite enjoy it. It's stupid, but in a way that's entertaining to me. Oh yeah, no, fine. Stuck forever on the first. Yep, you're right, you're right. It's clearly just a flashback. Those times I go home. Yep. Actually, that's what I've always I've decided that all the job quests and such are time travel. And that's why when you go to the inn after you've done a job quest, you can have it reflect your quest progression. Yeah, it doesn't try to be terribly realistic, no. And that's fun. Alright, let's see. I did go up this way. Oh, these poor pixies and grigs. I really hope they have a way to come back to life. It's the spirit realm, though, so maybe they can come back to life later. Because, you know, I don't want to kill them permanently. I might want to bring Tommy back to help me with this, but I'd rather not kill him either. This is kind of like the principle of the thing, you know? Sometimes you just don't want to kill your henchman. Gosh, what a strange thing to say. Sometimes you don't want to kill your henchman. Is this character growth? Oh, you know, why haven't I blessed my weapon in a while? Let's bless my weapon. There we go. Now I can hit you with a shinier sword. Look at these poor things. They're very outmatched. On the plus side, I got an amethyst out of the deal. That's my favorite gemstone. It's supposed to ward off drunkenness. I don't think it works, from what I've heard. Then again, I don't like to drink. Maybe the amethyst is why. It wards off drunkenness through mind control. There we go. Woohoo! Yeah, I like some realism in games, but some of it's just silly. Like inventory issues. I really dislike having to manage my inventory. It's like, no, stop it. I've actually been pretty good. I haven't used the DM console to conjure myself up a whole bunch of bags of holding yet. Give me time. I haven't cheated in that respect for a while, but eventually. Kill the will-o-wisp. Will-o-wisp? Will-o-wisp. I feel like this is like the equivalent of playing baseball. Like this little sphere that's hovering and I'm trying to hit it with a sword. Okay. Alright. At any rate, I'm not sure why the dwarf couldn't find that portal. If he just, like, walked 2 feet, he would have seen it. That's not a very subtle portal. Bye. I feel a little guilty for killing these things. I really do. It'd help if they were a little harder to kill. It really would. But they're not. They're really easy to kill. So it's just like... poke. Poke dead. Oddly difficult to pick up the remains, though. There we go.
Oh, someone give me a hand. This is too much to carry.
Oh dear. Alright. Let's see. I'm carrying too much shit. I Oh, just leave me alone, you fucker. Not now. I'm trying to figure out some inventory stashing. Like, is there enough room over there? No. Alright, well let's... How much does that weigh? 0.5. Alright. What do I have in here that weighs probably more than other things? That weighs a little bit. Alright. I guess that'll work for now. Do not request the terrible accent. I haven't decided on an accent yet. The pixie voice is better if you're going to request something, to be honest with you. But I've already overplayed my hand there. Oh, who is my character complaining to? Probably me. He and I have a slightly complicated relationship. I've mentioned before, I'm not sure if he's really like an alter ego of me or kind of like my figurative son. I mean, I did get him laid, so if he is my figurative son, it's weird. No, you don't get to request a terrible accent because I can't do terrible accents on request. I can't do specific terrible accents. I can just do a generic stupid accent that sometimes sounds vaguely Eastern European and other times sounds vaguely Germanic and other times maybe does sound British. But I'm still refining that one, so you shouldn't spend points on it, even though the points are generally meaningless anyway. We'll see. Maybe I can figure out a better accent later, and then you can pay for that one with meaningless currency. But right now, I have to go bitch slap a deer. I have a worry that if I tried to do like Apu from The Simpsons, that would end up being kind of racist. So I'm gonna avoid that. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say where the line draws, but as someone who is very, very white, I should probably stick to accents that are equally very, very white, just on general principle. I guarantee you, if I'm trying to do a specific ethnic accent and I've actually managed to hit it, I was probably trying to do a different accent altogether. It's okay. The internet's a wonderful thing, and sometimes a bit confusing as well. All right. That's it. That is a good point. Using stereotypes is bad, but let's be honest here. The reason it's the thing is called terrible accents is because I'm not emulating it respectfully. So, honestly, if you ever heard my actual attempt at a British accent, you would be quite offended as well. Rightfully so. Yes. Actually, speaking of, I don't think I actually did my shout out. How do you mock someone respectfully? You know, that's a good point. I feel like it is possible, but I don't know how to do it. And I'm going to shout out Mr. Grappy for his vehicular crimes, because they are wonderful. Now I'm still trying to bitch slap this deer. If I actually tried it properly, I'll consider it. I'll consider it. It would probably be an Oliver Twist thing, though. You got to realize, as soon as you said that, my brain immediately was like, "Do it. Do one right now. Just do it. Annoy him." But I've shown some self-restraint. I'd like it known. Oh, for heaven's sake, you fucker! I'm trying to help you. I think right now a Yorkshire accent's a bit beyond me, but give me some time and I'll see if I can figure it out. Ah, heavens. And I didn't save. Alright. Well, I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer and save again. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I think it depends on who, like, you should save jokes like that for your audience. If you know folks who don't mind, that's wonderful. And then, you know, but, you know, you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, so if you don't know that they won't mind, it's probably best to avoid it. And unfortunately, my attempt at a Latino accent sounds very much like Ricky Ricardo on I Love Lucy, which no one wants to hear. So. Yeah, see, Mr. Crappy has a good excuse for that. My following is very local, I suspect, aside from Mr. Crappy. So I probably don't have that excuse, but I hope to be global one day. That's true, that's true. Well, I don't know how anyone could get offended at at someone whose avatar is a tiny piece of poop with a hat on it, though. I mean, it's kind of like, it's really hard to be offended by that. Now I'm gonna have to figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong fighting this fucking spirit of the wood in a moment, but I'm gonna try to save it a little. Oh god, look at how far back I am. Sorry guys. You're gonna have to watch me die a lot. Oh, that's true. I'll have to look in analytics. Maybe I have a cool following in Santorini or something. That would be nice. Though if you're in Santorini, I don't know why you'd want to be on, like, the computer. As opposed to, like... Well, I don't know. What's the climate there right now? Here we go. Alright. So now let's go up. Let's go down. I'm going to fill in my fucking map, but I'm also going to save it because I don't want to do this. As soon as I see the yellow portal, I'm going to save it. The fucking rhyming dwarf couldn't find the yellow portal, which I find a little bit ridiculously silly, but that's okay. Okay. One of the epilogue modules that I intend to play for this game comes back to this area. I don't recall getting hit by Griggs and Pixies quite as much, though. Ooh. I always thought it would be cool to go to Iceland, to be honest with you. I mean, I can't pronounce anything, but I can't pronounce things in most countries, so it'll work out. Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know how VPNs work when it comes to that, so that might spoil the analytics, wouldn't it? Oh, heavens, more pixies. Alright, fine, come over here and I'll kill you each one by one, and I'll feel guilty about it later. I've heard that. There was a stand-up comedian on Netflix who was Icelandic, and I thought his stand-up was very funny. I forgot his name, though. I don't think there's a lot of Hi, Emmy! Did you finish Xenogears?
All fun and games.
Was Satan still sus? Because, he's good at that. Shout out to Emmy Andrew, who plays Xenogears and was playing it earlier. I caught most of the first part, but I had to leave to do this, and thus missed the most recent part. Oh, his true intentions. Well, you know how it is. Ah, nice. First discount Monday. Well, you know, sometimes you just like the triple agent guys. His name is literally Squid? That's great. I love it. I hope he's a good president, not like the scary last dude. Sorry, I shouldn't weigh in on politics that aren't my country's politics because I'm too ignorant about that sort of thing anyway. But to be honest with you, the last guy did seem kind of scary. So, in my very limited understanding of the situation. Our last dude was orange, though, so... That's true. If they're genuinely scary, you're allowed to think that they're scary. I think that's true. Not a sociopath like the previous one. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. I think that's kind of my view on a lot of politics right now, is that, well, it's not the last guy. I've got my complaints, but you know... Oh, okay. Thank you, Emmy. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, I tend to feel that way too, about certain of them. It's like... It could be worse. Not as much as I'd like. I'd like it to be better, but right now, it could be a heck of a lot worse, so... We scared Emmy away with politics talk. There we go. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Probably shouldn't weigh in on the British monarchy, huh? Just kidding, just kidding.
All fun and games!
Alright. Does feel weird to say king, though, right now. Because it's been so long. But that's just American perspective. Ah. Royalist is a supporter of the monarchy. I think. Like, there you go. I have to admit, I don't really understand the concept very much, but American, so. We got rid of ours and replaced them with billionaires, so not really sure I can take the high ground there. Fair enough, fair enough. Yep. Well, as an American, I feel like it's fine to make jokes about us, in my opinion. There are a few things that I think I would be upset about jokes made, and that's more because, well, that's true. Well, I mean, when you're a white American, it's hard to, you know, you don't have that much to complain about, except, of course, things like healthcare. And that's one thing. If you want to make jokes about our healthcare, I will be a bit upset because I didn't choose our healthcare system. I would vastly prefer a different healthcare system than what Americans have. So that's the one thing you can joke about that would upset me a little bit. But beyond that, you can make pretty much other American jokes, and I'm not going to mind. All right. Well, I guess that's a fair way to look at it, Leo. I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things where it's like you gotta figure out where you're gonna draw the line somewhere, and if Twitch decided to draw it there you go. Well, honestly, you're not wrong about that. There are many good things about being American, and there are many things that I would very much change if I had to say over things. I don't though, so. But this is not a political thing, so we'll leave that aside. Okay, here we go. Well, politics. Yes, hello, Effector again. Well, right now I'm beating up a deer, so politics can wait until I've committed eco-terrorism. Like literally. Oh shit, the eco-terrorism striking back. Yep, beating up a deer. Actually, now that I think about it, beating up a deer sounds fun. I have some issues with deer. A deer stole a map out of my purse when I was in Japan. Fucking deer. Did I get the antidote? I did get the antidote. From the dwarf that rhymed. I don't know, I once took on a deer one-on-one with my car. I think it won. It ran off. My car had issues afterwards. Like, fucking deer. Well, on the plus side. Oh yeah, you would be dead. You would totally be dead. Deer are tough. But at least you're tall. You can see over crowds as they knock you over. You have worse luck with deer than I do, Emmy. I remember your luck with deer. Yes. Yes, my bad luck with deer is a one-time thing. Your bad luck with deer is... Well, I shouldn't say that because I've jinxed myself now. Yeah. But yeah, Leo, it's very similar. The fucking deer. One ran in front of my car when I was on the throughway, and I only clipped it, but damn if it didn't fuck up the corner of my car. The deer ran off. Oh god, geese and swans. Oh. I wonder how British geese compare with Canadian geese, because Canadian geese are a fucking menace. They're like if someone took rats and pigeons and made them even more obnoxious. I went to high school in Michigan, and there were all sorts of fucking geese, and they wouldn't let us kill them with a car. There would be like a fine if you did. Not that I ever would have killed one with a car. For one thing, I didn't have my license to drive until I was like 20, but it would have been nice to have the option. Tattoos and biceps there. There you go. Aw, bunnies and chipmunks. Aw. Well, sometimes accidents happen. I've heard about swans. I've never been up close with a swan. I've seen them from a distance. I've heard that they're vicious fuckers, though. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on, you fucking thing. Don't kill me. I'm trying to help you. Ow. Fucking hell. This asshole deer has magic powers. It's like a nightmare. It's Emmy's worst nightmare. Sorry, I'll stop being mean to you. Oh god, the swans belong to the... Oh, now that's a reason to dislike the monarchy, huh? Because you can't kill the swans. Didn't they eat the swans in an episode of The Tudors? I feel like a swan got eaten in an episode of The Tudors. I always thought that sounded vaguely disgusting, but I mean, I guess I like chicken and ducks, so I suppose it's probably fine. I can't imagine it tastes much different. Alright, so now I'm killing a spirit. I hope this is what I'm supposed to do. Well, I've saved. Stop killing me. Oh, here we go. Oh. They used to eat them a lot, but it was banned and now they're owned and protected by the king. Ugh. I don't know, if I'm hungry, I'll eat a fucking swan. But I guess I can't in England. Ah, here we go. The spirit of the wood looks at you in confusion. Can you speak? Blurry images race through your mind. Very little is recognizable, except some images of small animals and other woodland creatures. Then the images become clearer. A stream of pictures flits through your mind. Woodland creatures of all shapes and sizes, trees and bushes, insects and rocks. The images are jumbled together and include everything imaginable that could be found in a forest. The images slow down and you see one creature. While the details are blurry, it is obviously a dwarf. It's that rhyming fucker. An image of the spirit appears and the dwarf does something to a tree. I like to imagine he pees on the tree. Gammon. Ham but cured like bacon. Oh, that does sound good. I like salty, so I'll have to try that. Okay, anyway. An image... So the dwarf pees on the tree, and I can't quite understand what he does. Suddenly the dwarf is gone, and the image of the spirit begins to fade. The woodland creatures appear again, but this time you see them as if through a red glass. Oh, so they're hostile. That's cool. In character, the hostile faction color is part of the story. The creatures begin to attack each other and other shapes that might be humanoid. You sense the fear and frustration of the spirit as the images jumble together into incomprehensible darkness. The spirit stands staring off into nothing, looking weaker than ever. Oh. Oh, shit. Can't I cure him? Oh, no, I found the cure. You see a blurry image of yourself touching the spirit, followed by the spirit getting larger. Yes. You must know where some treasure lies. I'm not going to blackmail the spirit. Good night, Emmy. Thank you for lurking. You sleep well. Okay. I can blackmail the spirit to show me some treasure, or I can just cure him. I'm going to cure him. You walk forward and give the antidote to the spirit. It shudders, and then the spirit seems to swell in size. Emotions of joy and love threaten to overwhelm your senses. I bring you love. I bring you love. The images in your mind gain clarity and focus as the spirit recovers from the poison. An image of a fox curled around a sleeping rabbit fills your mind. That sounds wrong. Along with an intensely protective feeling. Now can you show me what happened here? You see a group of men come into the forest. A familiar, evil-eyed dwarf is with the group. They go to the pool, and the dwarf steps into it. One of the men walks over and thrusts a dagger through the back of the dwarf's throat. Relmar, the crazy dwarf. Go on. The image dissolves, and suddenly you can see that the dwarf is in the spirit's realm. A few minutes later, he is joined by several of the other men. One of the men mouths a word, and the name Relmar forms in your mind. The group walks towards the spirit's tree, spreading out until they form a circle. 3 of the men rush at the spirit, while Relmar sneaks up on the tree. Relmar takes his axe and coats the edge with a green liquid. He hacks at the tree a couple of times. Make it watch Bambi. Yeah, that would be cruel and unusual punishment. It brings us love. Break his legs. Alright. What were they? That's not the part I care about. Okay, so that's how they managed to poison you. But why did they want to? The image returns with 2 men, who are not in the fight, running over to the tree. They start to dig between its roots until they uncover a smooth, flat stone. One of the men in the image laughs, and then casts a spell. The 2 step through a portal that appears, and they are gone. Relmar goes to run through the portal, but it disappears. The last of the men fighting the weakened spirit are slain, and Relmar flees away from the tree to disappear. So what was on that stone? All the images disappear from your mind to be replaced by a glowing sigil. Sigil? Sigil. The glyph pulses with power, and you get the sense of incredibly strong magic. As you look at the rune, the feeling changes from power to time. You feel ages slipping away from your present to the past, long before your time, before the demi-human races, even before the humans had power. The sense of time disappears, and you are left with the image of its. You are left with an image of the spirit placing the stone in the roots of the tree. The images recede entirely from your mind, and your body feels distorted for a short moment. The spirit smiles at you, even though it has no lips. The last thing you sense is a pleasant emotion of farewell. Woo! Ah. Well, I guess I didn't get a chance to loot the altars this time, but I'm not going to go back. That was a hard enough fight for the first time. Oh look! Everything's not killing me anymore, so that means I can go get my henchmen and loot the rest of the forest.
I figured they'd drag your carcass back.
There we go. Alright. So, let's go in here and we'll look in the cave, and then I'll figure out what else I gotta do. Now, I can give Relmar's journal to Erebeth and thus open up the Luskan part of things. But I don't want to do that yet because I want to explore the area north before I move on with the plot. You taking a long rest too? Thank you, Effector, and I'm glad I saved the forest spirit too, even if he was a fucking annoying deer. So you have a good night, and I might, yeah, I'm probably gonna call it in a few as well. It's a bit of an early stream for me, but I was kind of feeling under the weather earlier. I actually called in sick from work because I was feeling really miserable this morning. But thankfully I feel much better now. Yesterday was really bad, but yesterday I had off anyway. I feel like it's kind of bad form to take the first day of the year off, but it is what it is. Aw, thank you, Effector. I did practice good self-care. I'm a little proud of myself for that, because I don't tend to get sick very often. I'm very lucky that way, and I don't tend to take sick days. So I actually had to send a message to our HR person to ask how I'm supposed to do it, because I don't do it very often. I'm lucky that way, but this time I thought it was best not to. But now I feel much better, and hence I can stream. And loot the cave. There we go. Lots of corpses in this cave. I wonder what killed all these people. Oh, you know what I bet? I bet if I'd gone into this cave before... Oh no, I can kill that guy. Woohoo! And the spirit's cured, so I can do this. I can kill this guy without guilt. Yay! Time to kill this giant bear. An ancient dire bear. I feel a little guilty killing an ancient dire bear, but it's not like I can talk to him. So, hello. I'm going to hit you with a stick that is pointy.
I love this part.
Critical hit. Ooh. Alright. Look at this poor little bear. All dead now. Oh, that's a gauntlet of cool looking shit. There we go, there we go. Fire arrow, woohoo! Alright, so I've looted the shit out of this place. The nymph is probably fine. I don't need to visit the witch again. So she has her own issues. I mean, I could check on the nymph, make sure she's okay and doesn't have any more naked men trapped in her boudoir. I feel like I ought to have been able to do a bit more about that, you know? It's like, why do you have a naked man in your thing? And oh, look though, nothing's trying to kill me anymore. There's even some wildlife I managed to not destroy. Let's go see if the nymph is doing okay now that I've cured the spirit. Alright. Spirit of the wood. Missing druids I can report. Okay. And I've got 2 of 3 serpent gems now that I think about it. That dude, the elf dude who I'm getting the gems for, I remember being a very entertaining character. I mean, he doesn't get to do much here. It's really more just a cameo here, but in the books, he's quite fun. Hello, nymph. Are you doing okay? Nature's hero returns triumphant. I am sure that your confidence and courage shall be an inspiration to all who serve nature's purpose. Oh, okay. She seems like she's happy. Alright. Alright, so now we'll go report to the druids, including the most beautiful druid in the fucking grove. Oof. I want to throw a pie at her. I don't want to hurt her. It's not her fault. She's annoying, but have you ever met someone that you just was like, you're an innately harmless person, so I don't want to see harm come to you, but I would love it if someone hit you in the face with a coconut cream pie, like in the cartoons. Or like that show that was on when I was a kid. You can't do that on television, where they would dump slime on people's heads, and I don't know what was the slime actually was. Probably some sort of food stuff. But there are just some people you meet, and you're just like, I would love it if someone poured some green goop over your head. That's maybe mean of me. All right, so there's some sleeping person. And there's the Archdruid. Let's go talk to the Archdruid.
I see you are back. Have you had any luck?
I think I have found one of your druids. Steadfast Orlane has returned. It is good to have him back in the circle. Here is your 300 gold, Stephen. We are overjoyed to welcome back dear Bree. Here is your 300 gold. My dear Terrari's return was welcomed by the grove. Here is your 300 gold. Nature herself is impressed with your abilities. Thank you for rescuing all of the druids. I have a great hope for the spirit of the wood. Good luck. I get money. Woohoo!
I see you are back.
I have cured the spirit of the wood. You have done very well, lad. With the spirit of the wood cured, we can return to our union with nature and her creatures without fear of destruction. Here's the 500 gold that I promised earlier. I have a lot of options. Alright. I've been happy to have been of service. I had to die to save your precious spirit. So it should be worth more than 500 gold. You'll give me more than 500 gold pieces, or maybe I'll set fire to your precious forest. No, I'm not going to be a dick. Do I want to be a sanctimonious asshole, though? Yeah, let's be a sanctimonious asshole. Give the 500 gold pieces to the poor instead.
Someone give me a hand. This
What the
is too
fuck did
much
you
to
just give
carry.
me? I acquired item cloak. Nice. May the glory of Sylvanus shine on your blessed heart, Lord. Nature will surely remember your generous spirit. Okay, well that's nice. I am definitely carrying too much shit if a cloak can make me encumbered, though. Okay, yeah, let's sell all that. Exit to the East Road. I don't think I've got any real reason to go back to the East Road. I'm gonna just take the shortcut back. This is good self-care, avoiding shortcuts. No, I shouldn't make fun of self-care. I believe in self-care. I'm just not very good at it. I'm not very bad at it. It's just, you know, I don't make wise decisions. It's not that I'm opposed to the practice. Alright, so let's start selling shit. I'm trying to make wiser decisions, though. Like, don't drink soda at every meal. But I like my sugar caffeinated, Oh, heavens. Did you just decide that to not work on me? Oh, no. Oh, gosh. After all that, this is when it crashes on me. And I didn't save. No. No, 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 no. Shit. Okay, well, it was doing really well until now. Alright, I'm gonna reload, and God willing, I will reload after, saving the fucking spirit creature. There I go, talking about self-care and such, and then my thing crashes on me. That's punishment for mocking the idea. That is. That's karmic punishment. Because I shouldn't mock the idea. Alright, let's see. Where's my task manager? There's my Neverwinter Nights. Now you get to stare at a blank screen for a while until I get it reloaded. And you get to hear me whine. There we go. At least the music is soothing. I agree with you, Starbreeze. It is a soothing music. I really do like the soundtrack to this game. I wouldn't say it's my absolute favorite, but then I guess if I think about it, I'm not one of those who really pays attention to that sort of thing very much. So if I don't notice it, it's usually a compliment. That's also what I say about directing. Like, I don't notice a film's... I don't know enough to, like, compliment a film or insult a film's director unless it's really, really bad. If it's so bad that I notice it, then it's probably really bad. Oh, fucking hell. Ah. Shit. I am gonna have to kill this thing again. Oh well. Here's repetition. At least I saved it right before this time. Alright, well, let's run around and at least, hey, I get to loot the altars, I guess. Well, real quick, just to make sure that there wasn't an autosave I missed. Nope. Fuck. Fucking F. Fucking F. The deer does live, and I do intend to cure it again, but, I wonder if I go this way. On the plus side, I get to loot the altars. Woo! 75 gold pieces, nice. And some arrows of coolness. I do carry a bow. I don't use it very often, but it's nice to have cool stuff. Altar. More. The deer lives. Alright. Potion of bark skin. Alright. So now let's try not to die to the deer again. Let's whack it with, This thing is, this is a really heavy hitting. The problem is it's basically a wizard or a sorcerer. And wizards or sorcerers are pretty powerful when you get to higher levels in Neverwinter Nights. Because some of those spells are nasty. Like that one. That is a nasty spell. That is a very nasty spell. Knock it off, you fucker. I'm trying to help you, you fucker. Okay, I'm gonna have to... I don't like wasting these because I've only got 2 of them, but we're gonna start over. Okay. Please stop killing me. Oh god, look at this thing. I can't seem to hit it at all now. Maybe there's a moral thing with having looted the altars. Oh, fuck it. I was never meant to have a potion of healing. A full potion of heal. Finally. You lay down. Back to the never-ending battle against a fucking deer. Remind me to save next time. If I live, remind me to save. Stop it! You fuckhead. Finally. I think I'm gonna die this time. Yep. Alright, well, we'll try again. Still gonna loot those fucking altars, though. But I think what I'm gonna do this time is I'm going to use one of my trump cards. I'm going to use a potion of speed, which is ridiculously overpowered in this game. Because a potion of speed gives, hey, oh, dispel. I should do dispel, shouldn't I? I'm not sure I can, though. Can I? With I don't think I can. Oh, maybe I can. No, I know what I should do. Silence. Because someone told me how this finally works, and that it's a radius around me. Okay. Now you stay in here, and let's see how this goes. Alright. I'm gonna still loot the shit out of this stuff. Pardon me a sec. Yeah, stay in here. It's fine. Hello, Ed Marshall. Have we met? If not, hello. And if you would prefer not to be greeted, I don't have to greet you if you don't want to. Oh.
Someone give me a hand.
Well, that hurts.
This is too much to carry.
Do you like this game? I'm quite fond of this game, but I'm not very good at it, and it's also been like years, so I forgot all the good tricks. Alright, get over here. Shit. I lost my haste, didn't I? Let's haste again. There we go. Best regards from Brazil? Oh, cool, cool. I always thought Brazil would be a neat place to visit. I don't know very much about it, though, to be honest with you. Just that all the pictures look really pretty. Alright, now we get to whack the shit out of a deer for a while. Oh shit, my summons wore off. I got another one. Yeah, there we go. Hey. Oh, that's a dick move. Apparently you're like a divine caster, huh? I don't like this guy. Yep, gonna die again. Yep, there I go. Hit in the face with a spell. Maybe I should try that dispel after all. I don't know what that emoticon means, Starbreeze. I feel like you're judging me. And you know what? That's fair. That's fair. I did manage to beat this thing once. Alright. Let's see. What stuff do I have? Oh, well, I can cast Bless Weapon. I can get my Potion of Speed. I can get my Potion of Bless. Well, let's give me a Potion of Aid as well. Alright. Now let's try to smack the crap out of a deer again. While robbing it. There we go. Now, that's true. That is true. Pokemon need no explanation. Alright, well let's see if some of these buffs will help me. 'Cause I'm really bad at remembering to buff. This is why I'm not very good at playing a cleric, because I never remember to do that shit. Hey, you could turn around and actually hit him, Steven. Thank you. So now you stay on the ground. Yep, on the ground. Hey, that was a hit. It said it was a hit, and yet you got up. That's cheating, game. Only I'm allowed to cheat in this game. And even then, I'm only allowed to cheat when it has to do with alignment changes that I don't agree with. Fuck that. Stop it. Yes, thank you. Stay on the ground. You can't cast a spell when you're on the ground, you fucking asshole. What the hell is that? Shit. How did I defeat you once? This is gonna take a while.
All fun
Fucking
and
hell.
games.
Alright. I swear to God, this thing cheats. I guess it's the spirit of nature, so it's kind of allowed to cheat, but still. I'm gonna die again. Maybe not. Alright. You stay on the fucking ground. Just for that, I might poison you. I won't, but I kind of want to. I'm a vengeful, petty person. Like the deer that got hit by my car, you keep getting fucking up. And fucking me up in the process. I only hit a deer once with my car. Phew! Finally! Okay. So now I'm going to talk to him. I'm not going to read this all out loud because I did it a while before I, you know, managed to crash and lose all this. So, oh, poor thing. I found the cure for you. Yes, I will cure you. I will not blackmail the spirit. That would be a mean thing to do. Okay, show me what happened. Relmar the Rhyming Dwarf got betrayed. They got some flat stone. We don't know what was on it, but it's very, 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 very old. Probably having something to do with these ancient Forerunner types, I'm guessing. But, let's go here. And I can go get my halfling thief. Hello.
I figured they'd drag your cock.
Yes, you may come along with me. Now we're gonna go back through. We're gonna go to that cave, rob it, and get that one chest, and then we'll go report to the druids, which I did before, and then I'm gonna call it a fucking night. I was intending to call it a night much sooner, but, oops.
Okay, dokie.
Oh, look at this nice dire bear. It's not trying to kill me. It's so nice to not have to murder a whole bunch of animals, or people. I quite like not having to murder a whole bunch of animals or people. Alright. On the plus side, I put my first map pin in here. And now I can delete my first map pin. I've always liked when... I like auto maps, but I also really like when you can put your own little notes in. Even though I almost never do it. Yep. And I'm going to save again. Because fuck if I'm doing all this over again. I lived. I'm very happy to have lived. Oh, hello, Red Marshal. You followed me. Thank you for the follow. I will follow you back. If you stream. If you don't stream, I will follow you anyway and thus not do anything. That's okay. I follow a few people who don't stream. Someday, perhaps you'll stream. And then I'll have something to watch. Okay. Streaming is fun. I was very nervous about it, but I find myself much less nervous each time. I'm hoping that translates to other things that I have to, like, speaking publicly and such. I have not found it to translate yet, but I'm hoping with practice. I have to say, the next time I'm somewhere and have to speak to actual people, I'll try to go, just pretend I'm badly playing a video game. Hey, don't hit my halfling. Aw, thank you, Al. That's a very sweet thing to say. There we go. It's in some ways it's easier to stream than I thought. I thought I wouldn't think of anything to say, but as it turns out, I have a running monologue anyway. So apparently it's just a matter of saying my running monologue out loud as opposed to just thinking it. So that's fun. There we go. This fucking bear. It's time for you to die now, bear, please. There we go. Hey, cool. This time around I get a tower shield. Unidentified. That's a good sign.
Oh, someone give me a hand. This is too much to carry.
Stop whining. Alright. I'm gonna borrow that. Now, if you could help me convince my paladin to stop whining at everything, we'd be gold. Oh, I've still got room in here. This outfit I keep just for the hell of it. When you go undercover in a pirate's tavern, you should always keep the outfit. See? That is an undercover at a pirate's tavern outfit. It sadly does not have much by way of armor protection though, so it goes in the bag. But you should always keep a souvenir from your travels. Alright. It does, doesn't it? That's what part of why I've left the helmet on for so long. Just somehow, all the outfits just look better with the helmet. Yep. Look. Well, he is a follower of Ilmater, the god of suffering and sacrifice and martyrdom. So if anyone's going to be hanging around in a dungeon in a gimp mask, is gimp mask an offensive thing to say? I should probably look that up to be sure. Anyway, in a mask, a follower of Ilmater is likely to do that. So. Yep, everyone should keep their kinkier outfits for fun later. Yeah, I think it is. I'm just not sure if there's another term for the mask. 'Cause unfortunately, that's the term I learned for it, but I'm not up to date with such things, so I will have to do some Googling and see if there's a better way to say that. Because you don't want to hurt somebody, and it doesn't take much to change vocabulary if you know it, so I'll have to do some Googling. It's not the weirdest thing I've Googled. Oh, yeah. That's true, I didn't think about that. The alternative to Photoshop. Yeah. I mean, it's an acronym there. But you're right, that's kind of one of those things too. I admit, my graphic design abilities are such that even Photoshop's beyond me, let alone great alternatives or terrible alternatives. Alright. Well, I finally made it back to this druid. Yeah.
I see you are back.
Okay.
You had any luck?
Steadfast Orlane has returned. It is good to have him back in the circle. Here is the 300 gold. Thank you. We're overjoyed to welcome back dear Bree, who is really fucking obnoxious. Are you sure that the witch couldn't keep her? Here is the 300 gold. And my dear friend Terrari's return was welcomed by the grove. 300 gold. Nature herself is impressed with your abilities. Thank you for rescuing all the druids. I have great hope for the spirit of the woods. Good luck. I've got great respect for the folks who have skill with that sort of thing. I just don't.
I see you are back.
I have cured the spirit of the wood. You have done very well, lad. With the spirit of the wood cured, we can return to our union with nature and our creatures without fear of destruction. Yay! Alright. Let's be sanctimonious and give the 500 pieces to the poor. May the glory of Sylvanus shine on your blessed heart. Nature will surely remember your generous spirit. Woo! I got a decent amount of gold. I think I'm okay. Yeah. I also envy people who have musical ability. I don't have very much musical ability. I can vaguely carry a tune, but even that's kind of a stretch in terms of description. I played the trumpet in 4th grade. That's the extent of what I can do musically. Alright, so let's sell a whole bunch of shit. And then we'll call it a night. I can finally sell this treatise on the spirit of the wood. Aw. Well, you can take music classes now. I mean, you're already a musician, but, you know, if you want to take something more formal, I'm sure you could. My school had a pretty good music program. I was just not very good. I was always last or second to last chair. Uh-oh. My software update ready to install? Okay. Well, we'll see if that has any effect on anything later. Alright. Okay. Oh, I guess I could give that to Sharwin before I call it a night. That'll be good. Make one of my followers happy. I know, right? Only one way to find out. We'll see, we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, another treatise on the spirit of the woods. Ooh, Cloak of the High Forest. Armor bonus +2? Only usable by druids, though. Why would he give me a cloak that's only usable by druids? Well, I mean, it is 17,000 or 1,700 gold. I'll take it. I'll take the 1,700 gold. Still, it's like, thank you for doing this thing that no druid could possibly do well. Oh, and I still have a thing of spirit poison, so if I ever, like, need to poison a spirit, there we go. Not sure why I would need to, but, you know. My Elven Court bow, I want to keep that. My other Elven Court bow, I think I can sell that. Ooh. Oh, that's a nice one. 3267. Clearly, I should call it a night soon, because I'm losing my ability to speak. And that's about all I do. Ooh, the Emissary shield, though, is nice. Okay, let's put that there.
Oh, someone give me a hand. This is too much to
Stop
carry.
whining. And I can sell a Kageto, because I don't have the exotic weapon proficiency. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against the exotic weapon proficiency, I just usually don't bother wasting a point on it. Okay. Books to keep. Other stuff to keep. Ah yes, let's sell these. I could use these for crafting, but it's... Basically, I find crafting's good when you want something specific, but if you just want general stuff, it's kind of too much of a pain in the ass to worry about. There we go. Alright. do like this thing, but man, it's heavy. Ooh. Heavy, but look at that. AC 28. Alright, well, I'm keeping that. I'm just gonna have to figure out where to shed some of my weight. Ah, stop that. Oh, well, there's a thought. I mean, the potions do add up. Maybe I can put some of my potions in here, the lesser used ones. Like Fox Cunning. Antidote. I do use Potion of Speed a lot. Cat's Grace. Well, I'm probably gonna have to go sifting through here to figure out what weighs a lot. What do you weigh? There's a lot of 0.6 and point. Pretty much everything I have is like 0.5 or 0.10 or 1 pound each. It's just there's a shit ton of them. Spirits. How much do you weigh? 4.5. That's something. Actually, put that in the bag of holding. I feel like I've got to have something here I forgot about. Weighing me down. Clearly I just need to put more more into my strength stat, huh? Let's put the alcohol in here. Alright, well at least I can walk now, but this is only a temporary stopgap solution. How much do you weigh? Gems don't weigh anything. Okay, well. That seems pretty adequate for now. Hi Dirk, how are you? You caught me just as I was finishing up a few quests to call it a night. I have now been through Charwood and the south and the east and fixed the spirit, so now I have north to go. But I'm not going to do that tonight because I am tired and cranky. Oh, nice, nice. See, I figured you'd stay ahead of me. I'm very slow.
Well, hello.
That's okay. I have one of the tomes. Offer Tome of Resonance. Ah, she gave me a little more. That's nice. That's just because she's in a way. Did you like Act 2, Dirk? I quite liked Act 2, I think. Ah, there you go. So I might have caught up with you if I were a little steadier with progress, huh? Well, maybe next time. We'll make it a race. If you win, I don't know. If I win, I also don't know. Yes, I'm not very good at thinking up terms.
Don't worry, young Ander. This will work out yet. Everything
All
happens
right.
for a reason it does.
Thanks so much for helping me, Alhilar.
Oh, I forgot about that guy. Oh, here we go. Let's
do
give
you
him a
do?
bunch of gems.
Have you
I
had
do
any
have,
luck acquiring the gems? Or is there something else you need?
I do have one of the gems. Ah, yes, the gem that the wizard refused to give up to me. Does the fool still live? No, no, do not answer that. I would truly prefer not to know. Were he intelligent, he would have made the deal I offered. I can see that. I mean, there's, you could always try the expansion if you'd like. It's played with a different character, so you could do it simultaneously. I really like Shadows of Undertide. I think it has a different feeling than the Wailing Death. It's a bit less sprawling, but I think the story is a little more focused. So, but, I mean... And you can do some really great evil stuff in it.
Don't worry, young Ander.
Alright,
This will
alright.
work out yet.
Yes, here we go.
Everything happens
Here are
for
the
a
200
reason it
gold
does.
pieces.
Thanks so much
I
for
do have one
helping
of
me,
gems
Alhilar.
right here. Ah, good. The witch woman gave it up, did she? I won't ask what you had to give her in return. Here are the 200 gold pieces I promised. Nope. I got one more for you later. I do like having money.
Oh, I didn't see you there. You startled me.
Ah, I'm very sorry. What? Oh, did she just... She did just confront me. Okay. I'm very sorry. What is your name? Oh, you're so sweet. My name is Jahil. And what do they call a handsome lad such as yourself? I could say all that, or I'll just say, they call me Stephen. Fitting name for one as fascinating as you. I feel like the only response I could make to that would be unintentionally insulting to every person named Stephen. Well, if you do stream it, I will happily watch it or watch your VOD, because I think you stream at times that I don't necessarily watch all the time. But, you know, if you do, I would enjoy watching that.
Don't worry, young Ander. This
All
will
right.
work out yet.
I
Everything
only
happens for a
wish my
reason it
mind
does.
could dwell
Thanks
on
so much
more
for helping
pleasant
me,
conversation.
Alhilar.
Is there something I could help you with? Well, I hit you by accident, didn't I? Or did you confront me? I think I hit you because nothing. Well, what's so terrible about today? Oh, okay. It's so horrible. I was supposed to bring my little brother Neva into town to buy him a birthday present for his 10th birthday. He was so excited he just kept running ahead of me. He ran over a hill when all of a sudden I heard him scream. I ran as fast as I could to the top of the hill, but as I got close I could hear men's voices. I dropped to the ground and peeked over the crest of a hill. Neva was surrounded by a group of thugs. They picked him up and carried him off, laughing to themselves. I don't know who to turn to. The guards are busy with their own troubles, and I need someone who can rescue him quickly. Why do you think the bandits took him captive?
Don't worry, young
I imagine it's
Ander.
because
This
he had his
will
birthday
work
money
out
in his
yet.
purse. He had
Everything
10 gold
happens for a
pieces to
reason it
spend.
does.
That's a
Thanks so
lot.
much
So
for
the
helping
bandits
me,
probably
Alhilar.
figured he was from a wealthy home. Okay, do you know where the bandits took him? Yes. I followed them to some standing stones in the hills just outside of Charwood. I thought for sure they would catch me, but I was lucky. I would love to rescue him for you. My hero, thank you for being brave. I must admit that if you are able to rescue my baby brother, there are rewards besides gold that I would be willing to discuss. Goodness, there's a lot of sex in this game. Implied. I know that Neva is being held at a bandit camp near some standing stones just outside of Charwood, but I have no idea how many people are holding him or what exactly to expect. Please hurry. Alright. I will do my best. Or I can say, Neva is as good as rescued. Do not worry, my lady. I will do my best. Bless you, brave one. Alright. Alright, so I've got a new quest. I'll have to head south for it. But we'll do that another time.
Don't worry, young Ander. This will work out yet. Everything happens for a reason it does.
Thanks so much for helping me.
The one thing I'm not a huge fan of with the game and is the automatic repeating dialogue that goes on in the background. I saw it with the witch too, where she's like, "Oh, I know you're here because of my beauty, but I want you to go away." It's like, yeah. You've said that 15 times. Either attack or shit or get off the pot. Which is maybe an awful thing to say. Alright, where the hell is that fucking barrack? There it is. I got myself mixed up and I can't find the barracks again. Are you the barracks? I think you're the barracks.
No can do.
I could just click on it. Barracks. But clicking on it makes too much sense. Why would I do that? Alright. So let's just hand Sharwin her hair and get the heck out of here for now. Oh, poor Lenu. Lenu's was genuinely sad. I did not want to give her the journal that, like, told her her husband was dead.
I suspected you'd show up here soon. I'm glad to see I was right.
There we go. Alright, I've heard the backstory.
Yes? Is there something you need?
I just want to talk for a while. Oh god, do I have to hear it again? Okay, I'd like you to continue your story from before. I returned to Neverwinter, Stephen, and that's all there is to it. One day I shall find my lock of nymph's hair, and I shall have my satisfaction. I believe I have a lock of nymph's hair right here. That is nymph's hair, isn't it? You are a marvel. Danon will be freed, and Lady Oneris will be revealed for the fat old woman she is. It'd be funny if he still was in love with her. Or is that what I want? I've been looking forward to this for some time, but I failed to feel any excitement over it. Perhaps you should let it be. Well, you don't need Dan anymore, I guess. I think the poor guy deserves to be free from a mind control spell. It's like, regardless of anything else, let's not have people under mind control of spells. That's a little dubious consent at best. Non-consent, probably. Yeah, let's not have our exes get raped by women, fat, old, or otherwise. It's just kind of a thing. The spell may have worn off, and maybe it really was his choice, but what if it wasn't? I suppose I owe him that much at least. Thank you. I wish I had something more to thank you with. Maybe I'll think of something later. Let's go on, shall we? Good night, Al. I think it's actually past my bedtime too, so I'm gonna probably call it quits as well. Does anyone have any recommendations for who we can raid tonight? And next time I'll go rescuing some poor unfortunate boy who got kidnapped in the South Road and move on with the plot. All right. Oh goodness. At some point, ads theoretically ran. I kind of forgot to run them, but I'm sure it worked out. All right. So let's see, who do I have available? I should think of it like a nice screen to put up for this. Let's see. I do know a few people who are on. Let's go raid Rocket Sauna. They play Bucky O'Hare, and the Bucky folks are very, very entertaining, all of them. I had no idea there was a group of folks who speedrun Bucky O'Hare, but there are. And it's actually really fun to watch. I vaguely remember the show from when I was like a kid, and I had no idea there was even a game. All right. Here we go. Have a good night.